You're listening to an Accent Productions podcast.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Moody&D, a Dungeons & Dragons podcast where a couple of Moody students and a prof sit down and we play some D&D. Picking up from where we left off last week, our band of adventurers stepped into a room covered in draconic runes, which then began to glow and pulse bright light. And in the light those runes produced, the image of an older man appeared, claiming the name Kazarash, the same name that was used by the gold dragon that once protected the lizard folk of Kaizo. He explained that this was his lair and wished them the best of luck, surviving and declaring that if they survived, they had claimed the right to roam his dungeon freely. They then began to explore the dungeon and walked into a room that appeared to be an old wine cellar. Upon entering this room, each member of the party was subjected to some sort of magical effect that sent Audra, most significantly, into a fearful frenzy. After shaking off the magical effect, they explored the wine cellar a bit further, finding wine that was nearly 800 years old. After drinking some of this wine, Klaus walked a bit further into the dungeon, finding a room with a mirror in it. And here is where we pick up our story.
I'm going to grab Ima's hand and hold the torch in the other.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because I'm terrified.
Yep. And so you walk just holding his hand just about a foot above your head in through the wine cellar, and you get to the other entry or exit way through that wine cellar room. And there's, like I described earlier, that hallway that goes down and opens up into another room and then another opening on your left.
Yeah, I'm kind of just trailing behind them. I let them go ahead.
Yep.
Can I take one of the bottles of wine?
Yeah, sure.
Just grab one real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, sorry, by the way, I am holding one open and one closed bottle of wine in my hands.
Cool. I'm marked down that you have a bottle of wine from 21 AC.
21 AC?
Yep.
All right.
You having fun over there?
Literally, this is on the radio. No one can see me, but in case you're wondering,
she's holding the hand of Ima.
Holding Ima.
Physically.
Yep.
Holding up her hand and a torch.
Yep.
It helps me.
Yeah.
Hey, role playing.
And I'm moving my shoulders as though we're walking.
Yep. Yeah, and so you get through, and you get to that fork in the hallway. There's the one room to your left, and then the one room further down the hall. Where do you want to go?
Do I sense any temperature change or smells
make
from
a
either?
perception check.
Okay. Perception check. A 12.
No, nothing really.
Okay.
Yeah, seems to be the same both directions.
I point to the room in the middle. We got there, right? We got to that point.
What room?
The hallway
the
and
one.
then,
So you looked in that room, and then there was the mirror, 30-foot mirror on the right side.
I just point at it, and I'm like, "There's a big reflection wall over there."
Yep, and it's on the inside wall of that room as you turn in.
Like on the opposite wall from where the entrance is, right?
No, other direction. I described it incorrectly initially.
Okay.
So it's on the right. It's on the right side.
Walk in the room.
So-
it's on the right.
Yep.
Have we walked into that room?
No, I'm assuming you have not.
I'm not.
Because you guys don't do that very often. But you can see there is, just enough with a head poke in just to see there's a mirror on the last 30 feet of the wall.
Should we see the giant... what? Do I know what a mirror is?
That was going to be my question. Do I know what
I don't think either of you know what a mirror is, no.
Do I know
It's not-
glass or
No, you guys don't have glass. It's not necessary.
Shall we go see the giant shiny rock wall?
I call in the surface we call those reflection walls, for they reflect your beauty back to you.
That is a stupid name.
And that is what the surface dwellers gave it. That is what the flashbacks call it.
Does Klaus legitimately believe that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What the flashbacks call it?
Flesh.
Oh, flashbacks. I was like,
Reflective
flashbacks?
walls?
Reflective walls.
Reflective walls.
They seem very unoriginal in their naming.
Yes, because they are not from Germania. They are not that smart.
Shall we see this reflection wall?
Lead the way.
All right.
I'm following you, Ima. My hand is attached to yours.
I will step into the room.
Absolutely. You step into the room.
Heart palpitations.
Do.
You step into the room. Not every room here is trapped.
Sure not.
Mm-hmm.
And another step.
Yeah. You,
And another,
fine,
and
it's
I just
fine.
keep
It's
going
fine.
towards
You
the
walk,
wall.
you
don't
walk
look
in. You walk in, and you the room is about 25 feet wide, but really the only thing in the room is that mirror.
Well, I'll try to stay roughly 10, 15 feet away from it
Okay.
if I can.
Just like away from the wall itself, but are you looking at the mirror wall?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you look into the mirror, I need you to tell me what. Do you look into it as well?
Yeah. Have you like turned your body towards the mirror? Then
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just for reference, I am about 5 to 8 feet behind them.
Cool. Do you still look at the mirror? Though?
No, I wouldn't like. I'm looking in the direction of the mirror, but I
Yes.
am not in the reflection of the mirror.
Cool. Absolutely. Ima, as you look into the mirror, I need you to tell me what your greatest fear is.
I mean, his fear would be those he's supposed to protect not being protected.
Yeah. You look into the mirror, and you do not even see yourself. You see Audra there. And you see the rest of the lizard folk there. Dead. And what your brain, whatever you've compiled to be the undead dinosaur image that was described to you by Mingosk, whatever you picture that to be, walking over them and slowly eating them. And you are reminded internally of this thing that you were designed to fight, and you are even more sure than you were before that this is exactly what you were designed to fight, what you were designed to protect them from. And that's what you see in the mirror.
When he sees that, he'll start running towards the mirror.
Okay. Audra, I need you to tell me what your greatest fear is.
Dying young, or dying. Just want to survive. Want to be important. So I guess fear is dying young and no one being there and no one caring.
And so what you see, very similarly, though not exactly the same, is you look in the mirror and Ima's gone. And you see yourself alone in the temple with no food, no water, and just fighting off those, whatever you picture those tiny little undead dinosaurs to be, and losing. And you see yourself in just a constant state of loss and aloneness.
Yeah.
You run towards the wall. You see him begin running towards the wall.
I'm probably still just kind of pacing behind them,
Yep.
so I'm slowly approaching the mirror.
You're looking at the mirror and you don't see Ima, but your hand is still held up, and you feel his stone hand leave yours.
Oh.
Yeah.
You run towards did you intend to carry her with you?
No, that's not what he was thinking.
Okay, so you run towards the wall. As you run towards the wall, what are you attempting to do as you run towards it?
I'm gonna punch it.
Okay, I need you to make an attack roll against the mirror.
Attack roll?
Yep.
Just
You are not proficient, so it's just your strength modifier plus the roll.
so I rolled a 14, so that's a 14.
Okay, cool. So as you reach out to attempt to punch the wall, your fist makes contact, and there is a loud, just this echoing slamming sound that shocks you out of the mirror for a sec. And you look around the room, and you can still see everything else that is in the room, but every single time you look back in the mirror, you see that very intensely. But you can see Klaus off to your right, and you see Ima, who's basically walked towards the mirror into the image of what you were looking at, and he has punched the mirror, and nothing appears to occur, and you see this mirror. It's almost less of a mirror at this close, because it seems to be shooting just into a completely separate room with all of these people that you know and love, and you are just punching this wall. I need you to roll, just roll a generic strength check for me, which is just, I know, another d20.
11.
Okay, seemingly no effect.
I can see him punching it,
You
but
can
it
see
doesn't.
him. You can see him punching it, and from your perspective, it looks like he's breaking into that image of you,
Okay.
fighting those things off, because you still see that every time you look in the mirror.
Ima, what are you doing?
He doesn't respond and just goes for another punch.
Okay, go ahead and make another attack roll.
10.
No seeming effect.
As all of this is happening, I'm kind of just walking towards them.
Yeah. Do you
I-
look in the mirror ever?
I look at them and I'm like, what are you guys doing? And as I say it, I turn towards the mirror.
Oh no.
Klaus, what is your greatest fear?
Cages.
In what sense?
Being trapped and never being allowed to leave again. Being completely alone.
Klaus, you see this temple. Not even this temple, you see this dungeon here. You see every single pathway you've walked, and you see yourself walking them infinitely without Audra and Ima here. No avail, no value, no effect. You're trapped here, and you don't, and that just occurs infinitely in your mind every single time you look at the mirror.
Okay. Is this... I know this is going to be a dumb question, but
Okay.
is this like... do I feel charmed?
No.
No.
No, you don't feel charmed. You don't feel like
Do
you're
I feel
under
like
the fear.
tunnel visioned or... So
No.
I just see that.
Yes, every single time you look in the mirror, and it is very intense and very personal.
Okay.
But it is not something that you're incapable of looking away from.
Okay. I, at that point, will fall to the ground, put my hands on my head, start just basically crying. Literally just fall into a fetal position on the ground, facing away from the mirror.
Okay. Do you continue punching the mirror?
One more time, yes.
Make another attack roll.
Natural 1.
Did you break your hand?
No, that's not what happens. But you do punch the wall, and at this point, there's just, as hard as you want to get to the other side and to stop exactly what you see, you can't. You realize you do not have the strength to get through to that other side. And it's at this point that I imagine you realize this can't possibly be real, but it feels so real. It's very intense. But no matter what you do, you can't get to the other side of this.
Also, I dropped I had 2 wine bottles in my hands. One was closed, the other one was open, so I dropped the one that was open, and it's spilling everywhere.
Cool.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, you hear a kss. And then you see.
Look down at the bottle in his hand.
Yep.
And then just smash it against the wall.
And you do so. Make another attack roll. Just generic attack roll.
19.
This is an improvised weapon, so roll 1d4 plus your strength modifier damage.
1.
As you smash the bottle against the mirror, a small crack in the mirror forms.
Does the wine cover part of it?
And it streams down, and you can see it fill in some of those cracks where the mirror was scratched.
Also, as I'm hearing all this, I'm going to turn my attention to Ima.
Yeah.
And so I'm not seeing the image anymore. Right.
Well, so it's in your peripheral.
Okay.
And you still know it's occurring, but you're focusing on Ima instead.
Okay. Ima, what do you see? It's not real. I'm assuming he sees what I see.
Yes, you would assume that he's
Okay.
that, yeah.
Okay. How to respond to that?
I'm literally just on the floor crying.
Yep.
Ima will turn his attention away from the mirror and just kind of stand there for a little bit, not moving.
Yeah. About how long do y'all stay like this?
For as long as we were there, so probably about less than a minute. I'm
Well,
guessing.
but how long do you continue to do this?
Oh.
Oh.
For me at least, I probably after like a minute or two of like
Yeah.
intense sobbing, I probably just pick myself up, do not look at the mirror, and walk out of the room.
I'm gonna say after I see him do the crack on the wall with the wine
Yeah.
bottle, and I try and grab his hand. Ima, let's go. Let's go. I'm here. Let's go.
That will snap him out of it, and he'll just kind of follow Klaus out
Yep.
of the room.
All right, so you exit the room. You get back into that hallway. To your left is that one other unexplored room, and to the right is the rune room that had the image of Kazarash.
I kind of just, you can see me like still just wiping my face off.
What is this place?
I do not know. I saw myself as a king ruling over many lands. Let us continue. And I go to the left, not away from the room with the wine bottles.
Yeah, so away from okay.
Yeah, to
Yep.
the other, into the
Into
other
the
direction.
room you haven't seen yet.
Not into.
Or yes, two.
Bye.
Yes, yes, I understand that. Yes, I know. This has been your strategy since the beginning. You get to the doorway first. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Ima. Do kings usually cry that much when they're ruling?
Do I know anything?
Make a history check with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, hang on.
Dis-
Disadvantage. So that's 6.
No, you have no idea. Like, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe that's part of being king, is taking just a few moments to cry yourself. Just to rock and cry. Maybe that's part of being king. You don't know.
I think so.
Okay. Ima, I'm really glad you're here with me.
Same. Very glad you are still here.
You too.
I will follow after Klaus and step into the room instinctually.
Okay. Klaus, you're there for about 5 seconds before Ima comes up and steps into the room. But to your left, you see a 30-foot long wall, 15 feet high. The room is a large square, but the only thing in the room on the far left side is a giant 15-foot high, 30-foot long mirror.
It's on the left.
On the left. Yep.
So it's on the in the far
So
corner.
you're looking at it here. It's
Mhm.
on the left. It is the entirety of the left
Okay, it's
wall.
the entirety of the left wall.
Yep.
Did I because I looked into the room not knowing, not seeing
Right.
anything, would I have looked into it?
You look into it, but you don't see anything in it because you're not yet within the space of the
Mhm.
mirror. Or at least you, being mildly aware of the arcane, would be able to put that much together. You walk directly into the room and
Oh.
you see mirror to your left. Do you look into it?
No.
I'm
Audra?
still holding
You're
Ima's
still
hand.
holding his hand.
So I guess we
Uh,
both walked into the room.
Yeah. And then
Yep.
you see to your left mirror.
I'm not looking into it.
Okay.
As you guys pass me, because it's kind of like I go first, you guys are passing me. Before you passed me and walked into the room, I kind of visibly jumped away, and I'm shaking. I'm literally just shaking.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys passed me.
You guys are conscious of the mirror to your left.
Perhaps not this room. Although, without finishing his sentence, he'll look at the mirror. to see if anything's different in that one.
Yeah. What does Ima want the most? Like in life, in anything. What does he want the most?
He would have assumed that what he wants would be fulfilling his purpose, but what he really wants is more to just be accepted.
Yeah. Explain that to me a bit more. Accepted as Warforged, accepted as Stone Golem, accepted as what?
Accepted as family.
You look into the mirror, and what you see is precisely what you want. You see the entire colony of the lizard folk treating you as though you were one of their own, not even being you're still visibly, you look in the mirror and you're still visibly a stone golem, but you look into it and there's no recognition that you're 8 feet tall and a stone golem. They don't look at you the way they see you now. They don't look at you and still see protector, still see stone golem. You see in their eyes and you know it, that in that image you are seen as family.
He won't say anything for a few seconds.
I'm going to be looking just at Ima and
Yep.
notice that he looks at the mirror and out of
And you
fear.
see him go silent.
Ima, I yank on his hand.
Yep, you feel her tugging.
Ima, let's go. This is not a good place.
Mm.
Ima.
He'll look down at Adra and then just walk out.
Okay.
So we're walking out
You
together.
guys turn and you walk out.
Is this all that? Sorry. Is this all that was in the room?
Yeah, that's all that you saw in the room.
Okay.
Very large room, but only seemingly that mirror.
I'm just standing by the door.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Do Warforged, have tears?
Uh,
Is that a thing?
Functionally, no, you do not. You're a stone golem.
Good to know.
Are we walking back into the main room, Ima?
You would turn around and walk back into that hallway. That's where
Is
you'd
there
be going.
anything else unexplored in this area?
Nothing seemingly.
Okay. We'll try to catch up with Klaus wherever he is.
Klaus is right outside that door. Klaus, you see Ima and Audra turn in, stop for a second, and then turn around and walk out.
Okay. I'm probably just gonna follow them.
Okay. I imagine you guys go back through the winery, back to that room where you found Kazarash in the first place. All right, so you get back to that room. To your left is the place you came from originally into this room. To your right is the one unexplored room where it hooks down the hallway and hooks down to the right. And then there's the one forward that has the fork that you guys encountered.
Let us go to the right. And I just, without waiting for them, I just kind of start walking.
Okay, cool. You head through that right opening, and you see it hook right, and it turns into a dead end. And you see at the bottom right-hand corner of the dead end a small opening that appears to have been clawed, and you can see small claw marks.
Do I still have that other wine bottle?
Yeah, absolutely.
How big is the opening?
About 7 inches tall.
So can I just shut it up with the wine bottle?
Sure. Yeah.
I just kind of stand there looking at it. I'm not gonna do anything for
Yeah.
now.
I assume you guys followed him and saw this.
Yeah.
And you see just dead end, small hole, scratch marks plugged with a wine bottle.
Great. So there's nothing here. So I guess there's one more.
Yeah, there's one more room.
Question.
Yes.
In all of my fear running, did I notice that table of food at all?
Oh, you noticed it. There just wasn't enough to process that, oh, this is a giant table full of food.
Okay. There was a table and food in one of the paths that we went on. You saw it too, right, Ima?
I did. Are you hungry, Klaus?
Not currently.
Wouldn't help to have extra food.
I wouldn't trust anything that we find in here.
That is a valid point.
That's fair.
Did not think about that. Well, we have nothing else to go on.
We do. We have that last room on our currently right that we have not explored
Well,
yet.
so it would be there's two spaces that you go down the hallway, and then there's the fork. Audra has already gone left, and that's where the dining room is, and then to the right, you guys have not gone down. That's the one thing that.
Oh,
remains.
okay. Then I
You've
misunderstood you. I thought that she ran back towards where we came from.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us walk the other direction.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head down that secondary hallway. It goes for about 25, 30 feet, and then turns right into another hallway, and you see far end of the hallway, there is it seems to, there's this large stone statue at the far end of the, there's a large stone statue at the end of the hallway, and then it has this sword out, sort of down in front of it, and it's on the sword itself is the sword is through the rib cage of some skeleton that has fallen apart at the base of the sword. And then to your left, there is another hallway with what you can see is at the far end a door, and then about 20 feet closer to you than that is some sort of opening in the wall.
I'm gonna walk up to the statue
Okay.
and keeping about probably a basically just staying like alert. I'm gonna just look around,
Yeah, absolutely.
see for any openings, anything, and also inspect the sword, see if it's real.
You are looking for. So this is a stone sword that appears to
it
be
is.
part of the statue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm just inspecting the statue and the skeleton with care
Okay,
and
absolutely.
finesse.
Here's what I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead for me and roll an investigation check.
Yes, sir. Okay, that is a beautiful roll. That investigation you said?
Yes.
That would be an 11.
All right. As you go down to investigate this thing, you see before you this statue begins to slowly lift the sword at your presence. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Whoopty-doopty-doo.
Close.
Whoopty-doopty-doo.
Oh, no.
That would be a 15 for me.
Okay.
A 22 for me.
Okay.
Now I roll high.
Oh, sweet. I got the highest one, 5.
Initiative order is going to be Audra, Klaus, statue, and then I'm up. So, Audra, down the hallway, you see Klaus moving towards this statue, and you see the statue begin to lift the sword, and you see it actively coming to life, to animation.
Great. Quick question.
Yes.
The statue, is it human? Is it lizard?
It does
is it
not appear to be any sort of specific species. It is suited armor with a very large, seemingly great sword style stone sword in its hand.
Okay. I'm going to drop Ima's hand and yell at Klaus at the same time. Klaus, watch out! And put the torch down to
Okay.
grab my short bow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I do all of that at the same time?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I will say you can do that as a singular object interaction.
Great. Then can I shoot an arrow?
Go ahead, make an attack roll.
17.
Okay, so as you take your short bow out, you knock the arrow and you fire towards it, and it just glances right off the stone. You have your bonus action. Would you like to do anything with that? I will remind you, you can hide, disengage, or dash as a bonus action.
Oh, that's right. Are we just into the room?
So you are in the hallway, about center of the hallway, but this is not a separate room. This is just the end of the hallway.
This hallway.
I don't know where that hallway is, but
This is supposed to be
perfect
the statue.
drawing.
yes.
Because you
So
said there was 2 forks again, correct?
So here's what it is there's the entrance through which you came through the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Then about 5 feet to your left, there is another opening in the wall.
Okay.
And then about 20 feet past that, there's a door.
Okay.
And then on the opposite side of the hallway,
Uh-huh.
about 10 feet away from the edge of the wall, is another opening in the wall. And at the far end of this hallway is about 40 feet down that statue.
I am
Or
so
30
confused.
feet down.
So like
The most beautiful drawings by Prof Mac.
we're gonna have to when we have an Instagram page, I'll screenshot
Oh,
all
yeah.
these so they can see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the opening, the door,
Yep.
another opening, the statue, all down one hallway.
Show me the opening that you came through on your map that you're drawing.
This one down here,
No.
not
no, no, no.
accurate. Okay.
So, here, let's.
Can we
Are we on
get
the other side of the statue?
No, Klaus is right here, right?
Klaus is right there. Then you guys, where you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where you are, the dot where you entered. So like, move your pen down about 2 inches.
Uh-huh.
2 inches. That's like half an
Oh.
inch. There you go. There you go.
Guys, I don't know.
All right.
It's okay. I
Measurements.
don't know inches either.
So, move. So right there
Move.
to the right is where your opening was. That's where you came through.
Okay. And
Yep.
then we walked this
Right.
way.
And then you walked that way. Then about. I promise you guys, at some point, I'm gonna get like Terrano pieces and start building like 3D maps because theater of the mind is not working.
I'm trying really hard. My imagination just isn't that great.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
Yep.
trash.
So there's the entrance that you came through about 10 feet down,
Uh-huh.
down,
Down this way.
down.
Okay.
Vertically down that's the opening in the wall that I told you about.
Okay, on the left.
No, on the right.
On the right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then another 20 feet down from that, there is a door.
Okay.
That's the door that you saw.
Okay.
Then in between the opening and the door,
Uh-huh.
there is another opening on the left side of the wall.
Okay.
Yep. And then those 3 circles that you have up there are useless.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Yep.
so
But
So
statue
that's-
is down here.
Statue is still where you have the statue.
so basically we walk in on the right down the
Got
hallway.
it.
There's a statue.
Yes.
On
Got
the
it.
left
Yep.
there are 2 openings and
Right.
a door.
yes.
Okay.
Drawing really helped. Not gonna lie.
No, it did. It did really help.
I'll get you guys 3D maps at
I
some
think
point.
I think
or
my
like-
brain just turned off when you were describing all of that because all I heard was statue. I was like, oh yeah, we're in the room, so I'm just gonna walk in.
Yeah, no. So
Okay.
that's what you see. So you're about 30 feet from the statue.
And Ima and I have just walked in the door.
Well, you guys have been in there for a while. So you all walked in together, and then Klaus immediately hooked a right towards the statue.
Okay. So we're somewhere like in the middle-ish here?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. And I did a bow. Okay, great. I'm just going to back up to the opening
Cool.
with my disengage.
You don't have to disengage.
Okay,
You can dash, and you could even go around the wall, and then you'd be technically hidden, so you'd get surprised in your next turn, which is
That's what I
advantage
want.
on attack rolls and all that.
That's what I want.
I know what you're thinking. I know how rogues work.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I'm
Klaus.
just gonna cast Earth Tremor
Okay, you cast Earth Tremor on
on the statue because I'm like a
Earth
good 5.
Tremor. Earth Tremor is a space, right? It's an area of effect spell.
Yeah, it's a range of 15. You cause a tremor in the ground within range. Each creature that, other than me in the area, has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Does it say other than you? Okay, it does say.
Yeah,
other
it
than
does say other than me.
You. Okay, cool.
So that's why I was hoping that you wouldn't walk up.
Yep. Okay. So what is your save DC?
My save DC, let me tell you, is a crispy, beautiful 13. That doesn't sound right. No, it's 8 plus 2 plus 3. Yeah, it's a
Yep.
13.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say a 5 probably doesn't beat that.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay. So what's the damage on that?
The damage is 1d6 of bludgeoning damage, and it is knocked prone.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay, let me roll my d6. Come on, let me roll a 7.
How are you gonna do that?
This is a crisp 3.
Okay, cool. You do 3 points of bludgeoning damage to it, and it as it's lifting its sword, crumples to one knee, still having the hand on the sword, and falls over onto its back.
And I'm going to dash the heck out of there.
Okay, cool. As you don't have the action disengage, so it still gets an opportunity attack.
Oh, can I disengage then?
That would be your action.
Okay, that would
So you
be.
would not be able to cast Earth Tremor.
But
Okay.
it's prone, so the attack should be disadvantage.
Yes, the attack will be yes, disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
Do you so you'll take the attack
Yeah,
of
yeah.
opportunity? Okay.
I'll take it.
Yeah, nat 1's not going to hit.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right, so you have gotten out of range. Ima, your turn.
It's statue's turn first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The statue is going to spend half of its movement to get up, and then you are 30 feet away, so it is going to spend the remainder of its 10 feet of movement chasing you.
Okay.
Ima, your turn.
Okay, so Adra is right beside me, right?
Or
No?
no, she
hid.
was, and
Oh,
then she dashed back into the room you came from.
I will look expecting to see her there, be like, oh, and then look back at the statue chasing Klaus.
Yep.
Took a little on the
Yeah,
inside.
it's like slow, and it's boom, boom, boom. Almost like if you were bigger and slower.
Let's see. Ima will just. How far away is it? Like
About 15
you,
feet from you.
Yeah, it is
15
about
feet
50.
from me.
It
okay,
is
I'll
about
just run straight at it then.
cool. Okay, you get in melee range, or
Can I grapple it?
sure, go ahead and make a. This will be
You're
a contested.
a wizard, Harry.
This will be a contested athletics check for the grapple.
9.
Yeah, you go to grapple it, like to try and grab it and hold it back, and it just breaks straight through you. You kind of get run over. You're not prone, but it is. You're right up in melee with it, and it is pushing through you. That's your action. Do you have anything you'd like to do for your bonus action?
Run!
Would you like to run? So it only took you half your movement to get into melee. Would you like to spend the rest of your movement getting out of melee, or?
No, because it'll take an opportunity.
Yes,
to
it
attack.
will.
Can I just continue to like put myself between it and Klaus? And
Sure.
Kind of like,
But you know that I had ran and I was like right next to you.
yeah.
Well, you weren't
It's
right next to him yet,
fine.
but you were close to him.
Yeah.
All right. Top of initiative. Audrey, your turn.
I'm gonna try and shoot another.
Yeah, I love how your motion for short bow is actually just a crossbow.
Clearly, I
did
know my
not
weapons.
realize that. All right.
No, but I changed it at the last
yes,
second.
you did. Yes, you
but
did.
I was hoping
Yep.
you wouldn't catch
Yeah,
the
so you-
crossbow
So
action.
you pop out from the corner, draw an arrow from your quiver, and you go to make an attack. Make your attack roll.
And you said with advantage because I was
with advantage because it is not. You were hidden, and so it's surprised.
15.
15 does not hit. So as you take another shot in its direction, aiming very carefully, it just as it's running bounces straight off again. You're just not you're not able to find quite yet those places where the arrow could potentially pierce the exterior armor. As your bonus action, you want to jump back behind the wall and hide. Roll a stealth check for me.
Ooh. Stealthy. Ooh, that's good. Stealth check. 25.
Awesome. All right, Klaus, your turn.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at its feet.
Okay. What does it need to do?
It's just a ranged attack.
Okay, so you go ahead and make a ranged attack roll against it.
Where the heck is my dice?
They're all right there.
No, but where's my lucky dice? The one that I've been.
Oh no, you have a lucky die. The one that's been rolling
It
super
turned-
high all night?
Yeah, where the heck is it?
I don't know.
Someone stole it from me. You filthy thieves.
No.
Hobbit says.
Okay, come on. Don't fail me. It failed.
What are we talking? Nat 1?
No. An 8.
Yeah, no. You go to try and cast this ray of frost at it, and you do make contact, but the armor is like, it's just too thick to actually pierce. So you see it freezes instantaneously, but is then immediately shattered by just the movement of this thing.
Because it's such a freaking unit.
You came up and you tried to grapple it, so it is now going to
self
stop
needs.
moving, and it is going to try and take an attack against you. Does a 15 hit your armor class?
It does not.
Okay, so it comes down with this sword, attempting to slash you right across the chest, and you, out of just sheer instinct, feel your arm, and this is something that's beyond you, but just in programming. You go up and you catch the stone sword.
Yes.
It is now your turn.
Yeah.
Punch it.
That would be the stupidest thing to do. It's stone. None of my abilities are gonna work on it.
And I'm out of
You
spell
don't know that?
slots.
This cannot
I
fall to
do
me.
know that.
Do you?
Fire does not work against stone.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure I know that. Sam, as a player, at least knows that usually doesn't go well.
That's assuming I'm using the stat block you think I'm using.
Dang it.
Twist. Plot twist. What are you going to do?
What would you like to do, Ima?
Okay, so I have a spell. I forgot what it does.
What is it
Chaos
called?
Bolt?
Oh, Chaos Bolt is a
I
fun
think it's
one.
2d8.
It's
and
a
like
2d8 and a d6. I was actually looking at this today for a character I was building.
One determines the...
One determines the damage type, the other one's determine damage, yada, 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 a bunch of stuff.
So it's like
So-
2d8 and then...
Do you cast
Yeah.
Chaos Bolt at it? Make an attack roll,
Attack.
because you got to hit first.
I mean, what's my thing? I mean, I rolled 19, so I assume that hits.
Yes, a
Plus
19 does
5.
hit. Yeah, absolutely. A 24 hits. Go ahead and roll the 2d8 and then the 1d6 for damage.
Okay. 2d8.
All right, so you can pick between either force damage or thunder damage.
Force damage.
All right, force damage, and then you do a d6 of damage.
1.
I knew it was coming. So you do 1 point of damage, and this little sporadic bolt bounces out and hits it. Yep, and just sort of dinks into the armor, and you can see it like blows off a little bit of the stone. But that is all it appears to do. Top of initiative order, Audra. What would you like to do?
I would like to peek around the corner.
Okay.
Can I see anything now that the statue is moved? Can I see anything beyond him?
You can see the pedestal upon which he was and nothing else. That seems to be the end of the hallway.
Okay. And how close is he to me now?
He's about this rate 10 feet away from you. And Klaus is just down the hallway beyond you, and then Ima is up in melee with the statue.
Okay.
Oh, you should have had disadvantage on the attack to hit that, because you were in melee. Nope.
Yep, never mind. Never hit it.
Yep. So it gets that 1 point of health back. Okay.
Shoot.
Audra.
I'm going to attempt to shoot it again.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Shoot.
You have advantage because you were hidden.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for that.
Oh, dear.
That was the advantageous one.
Yeah, we got a natural 1 on one and a 5 on the other.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So 9 definitely doesn't hit.
Once again, in melee, you don't have as many options as you had before, because now Ima's in melee and you got to aim around him, and you just shoot right between the legs in an attempt to not hit Ima, and it does not make contact this time.
Okay.
Klaus, your turn.
How far away from me is Audra?
Audra is about 5, 10, 15 feet away, something like that. 15.
Let's make it 16. How about that?
Sure, you make it 16 feet away. Yeah, you can back away 5 feet. Yeah.
No, or more or less walk 5 feet towards. Okay, so basically I want to cast Thunder Wave. What's your constitution?
You don't get to know that.
Okay, I don't get to know that.
Nope.
Because I can do it in a cube around me.
Yes.
So if I move away from Audra, you know what? Who cares? I'm just gonna cast Thunder Wave at the statue.
Okay, cool. So
I look at it and I say, "Feel the mighty thunderous power of my kingship."
Yep.
And
So you're within 15 feet of the statue. You cast Thunder Wave. I'm gonna need a con save from you and then a con save from the statue itself. Okie dokie. What do you got?
13.
13 as well. 13 is your save DC.
Yes.
So does it take half damage with that then, though?
Yes.
Because I believe it should take half damage.
Is that a success for them?
That is a success.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yep, because DC is to say is to beat is to equal.
yeah.
So go ahead and
I'm
I
just
believe
trying to
it's
think. Is there anything?
I believe it's 2d8.
Is there anything that I can do to make him fail to save?
I don't believe so. If you were a bard of
Yeah.
We haven't hit subclasses.
yeah, I was gonna say I think if you were a bard of lore, you could
Yeah, because I have resistance.
cutting words your way out, but
Yeah,
I don't think
nothing.
there's anything you can do. So
Yeah. Okay.
2d8, I believe it's thunder damage,
Yes. I
as is
believe
fitting for
so.
thunder wave.
And they are pushed. 10 feet
Only
away
if they fail to save.
Oh, and isn't pushed. Okay, sorry.
Yep.
I can't read.
Go ahead and roll your 2d8.
Doing that right now. Come on, give Papa something good. That is an 8 cut in half. That would be
2
a
4?
4. Yeah.
All right. So you release this thunder wave and you kind of rock them both back, but they just it's like you can see them pushed up and then they come back down. Let's see. Stone Thing's turn. It's going to make an attack against you, Ima, since you are still within melee of it. I'm going to go with a 6. Doesn't hit.
Does not hit.
Yep. So it's seeing you catch the sword up top, goes around, pulls the sword out, and goes around for the other side, and goes to attempt to slash you on the left. And you once again, you're like, no, this isn't gonna work. You tried it just the other side and catch it again.
No.
Ima, your turn now.
Okay. This isn't working at all. Can I? What can I do?
I don't know. What can you do?
I'm gonna look at my spells real quick.
What can you do, Aedwolf? Thank you, Sam, for getting that reference. Look at what I'm doing.
Does the statue look like something?
It just seems to be the suit of armor of something, and then the sword, and that's all it appears to be.
We don't seem to be killing it at all.
It is some damage has been done to it. You can see small parts of it are beginning to flake off, but it's not seeming to take a ton of damage.
Does it look like armor that can be worn?
No, it is a stone statue of what would have been like you imagine it's like the statue of a knight, but the armor it was not given a face; it was just given armor.
Okay. Because if it was armor, I was gonna be like, I could just start peeling it away and just pulling it apart. But it's a statue.
Punch
so,
the flesh.
What would you like to do?
Is Klaus on the opposite side of like the statue and me?
Yes. Well, so statue's here, you're here, Klaus is here.
So Klaus is behind me.
Yes, Klaus is behind you.
Okay. That's what I needed to hear. Do I want to use my last spell slot? Do I want to?
I just used my last spell slot, just to let you know.
Burning Hands!
Okay, you go ahead and cast Burning Hands. Is that a con save?
Is it? Yes.
I can look it up for you if you want me to.
I think it is.
Hang on. Wait, do I have it here? Dex 13. Oh, Dex save.
Dex save. Okay.
Hey, it's bad at Dex because it's
Natural 1.
yeah.
Hey.
Is that critical?
3d6.
Is that going to be critical damage?
No, it doesn't critical. That's not how
Okay,
saves work.
I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
no.
14 damage.
All right, you do 14 damage. You blast out fire in its direction, and you can see as the scales on your arms begin to pulse, that gold sort of shining a dim light towards your hands. A cone of total fire bursts out from your hands, and this thing takes. You can see. That is a significant amount of damage. This thing recoils back as parts of the stone begin to just char and burn. And you can see, you specifically, Ima, because you're acquainted with magic, and you can see it a little bit as well, Klaus. You can see some runes begin to appear underneath the early layers of stone that are beginning to char and burn away. Top of initiative order, Audra.
Okay, quick question, because I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I have 2 daggers,
Yes, you do.
but I didn't write down the attack bonus. Is there none?
Since you're a rogue and it's dexterity, it should be all the same. So same as your short bow, same as your rapier.
Got it. Okay. Then I want to throw my 2 daggers.
All right. Absolutely. So you go ahead. First, you use your action to throw the first dagger. Second dagger is your bonus action. Go ahead and make your 2 attack rolls. Let's start with the first one. And you did not hide as part of your last turn, so it's just a straight roll.
Yeah. 21 on the first.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Let's start with rolling damage.
Okay.
So don't forget your sneak attack, which I think is 1d6 at this level,
Mhm.
and then it should be a d4 for your dagger,
Yep.
and then add your dexterity modifier.
Dexterity modifier.
Yep. +3 should be.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So 7, 10.
All right.
10.
Cool.
You do 10 points of damage. You throw the dagger. You
Yeah.
finally found purchase right at the base of the neck, and that dagger gets stuck in the stone itself. Make your second attack roll.
11.
That one, unfortunately, does not hit. You throw it, and the dagger bounces right off the body and shoots further down the room. Klaus, your turn. You can see, with that dagger now in its neck, this thing is having trouble standing. What would you like to do?
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna viciously mock it.
Cool. It's a wisdom save, yeah?
Yep.
Wow. I rolled well, but it's so horribly unwise that even with a roll of a 16, that is a 12 to save.
That does not save.
And so how much damage does that do?
1d4.
Okay.
Amazing.
What
and
do you
it has disadvantage on its next attack.
What do you say to it?
I will stand there, look it straight in the eyes, and say, "How dare you?" I don't know. You stupid, you ugly.
You stupid! You ugly! How
All
dare you? Hey!
All right.
How dare you stand before me?
All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
4.
Yes! Wow.
As you say this, for the second time, you mock this thing, and it falls backwards dead.
Hey.
Nothing can stand before the might of a king.
Can we just recognize that everything that's died so far has been at the hand of vicious mockery?
My mocking is way too vicious. You stupid, you ugly.
All right.
Killing words if ever we've heard them.
All right. So as this thing drops dead, and because we need to start wrapping things up, we're going to end this session here. And for the day,
Just how
Yes.
about we do a long rest?
yes. Do you guys want to take a long rest?
Yes.
We
Is
could,
that-
yeah, we
Yeah.
could.
Yes.
A long rest. And can I recollect my daggers and
Yes.
the arrows that didn't
Yep.
hit?
Yeah, actually, you make a strength check to get your dagger out of the neck of stone.
Can I have Ima help me for advantage? Like, can you help me pull?
Sure. Ima, do you help her?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and do so with advantage.
Strength? Just
Yeah.
straight strength?
Yep, but you roll twice
Yeah.
and take the better. Was that the advantage?
No, this is just the
Okay,
first roll.
Okay.
We'll find out in a second.
Yeah, 14.
Okay. A 14 is enough to like it. Your dagger gets a little bent,
Aw, okay.
but it'll still. You'll just have to stab people at an angle now, or something like that.
Perfect.
Yeah, like. Yep.
In the meantime, I walked into the room where the base of the statue is, because that's an empty room, right?
It's not even a room. It's just the end of this hallway.
Oh. Then I'm just going to set up camp like in the corner.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm just going to sit down there.
Yep.
Before you set up camp, can I check the corner for any holes or anything?
Investigation check.
Okay, perfect. Don't want anything crawling out at us. Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, that was a 2, and my investigation is another 2, so 4.
Nothing apparently. This is a very nice corner. It's very clean.
Yeah, I'm just
Except for the skeleton on the pedestal, but that's it.
I'm gonna sit down at the corner, and I'm gonna cast Song of Rest, so everybody gets an additional D6 of healing.
This is if you take a short rest.
Oh, this is for short. Oh yeah,
Song of
because
Rest is
we're
short
taking
rest.
a long rest.
And you
Never
guys
mind.
said you wanted to take a long rest.
Yeah.
All
Never
right.
mind.
So we will pick up next session. You guys having taken a long rest, fully healed, all spell slots restored, and half of hit dice, yada, 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 all that good stuff. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you
Bye-bye,
for being
friends.
here.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all for tuning in and joining us this week. Moody&D streams live on XN Radio every Saturday at 2 p.m. CST, and the podcast can be found on both Apple and Spotify starting the following Monday at 10 a.m. CST. If you missed part of our live episode or just want to listen to the episode again, we'd love to see you over there. You can also find us on Instagram at Moody_N_D. Again, that's the @ symbol, Moody_ the letter N_ and then the letter D. That's all for this week, friends. We love you, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.